Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Corporate Gamer broadcast. I am your host, Corporate Gamer, and tonight we are continuing with the Outer Worlds Peril on Gorgon. Hope that you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Thank you for those that have joined just now and lurking and watching. Hope that you are awesome. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, so last I was playing, I was being really stupid, and I don't know what I was doing. So, a dialogue between men and the electric fling, which I don't know, retrieve the phonograph at HI observation B. I don't know where that is. And, yeah. I have to go to the chem lab, apparently. So, this one, the SMC Observatory. Yeah, so I found 3 of the 4 comic books. And if I look at the map, it tells me to go right here, but I don't know how to get there. Let me see if I go here, what happens. Ah, boy. It is very, very intense in the United States. I've never seen so many people on edge for an election, at least in the States. At least in my lifetime. I mean, I don't remember. I thought the Bush years were bad, but so there's this. So there's a thing over here that I want to see because oh no, it's just small. It's small monsters. See, there's this here. But if you go here, oh, I'm back out to where I was supposed to come to. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe this was in the area. Where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to go there. Right? There's no way that you can disarm them, which is stupid. Anyways. Okay.
I ain't think we're welcome here, Captain.
Is it weird that all these traps just make me want to see what they're hiding?
Well, let's not go here right now. Let's go see if there's any lore or anything to see here. After I finished playing last time, I got a flash of where to go, and I have a feeling that I came here already, but I lost the save because there's a point where I lost.
Is this one of those research outposts we're looking for? Wow. Get a load of this view.
Beep 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 boop beep boop beep boop. Anything here? Nope. Heavy machine gun. I could probably sell that, if anything. There we go. There's the last one. Let's see if there's anything else that I can take. before I can read. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, boy? Well, that's empty. Well, that's kind of useless. What is that guy doing? That's a bug. Well then. Cans of stuff. Bottle of pep pills, which is good. If I need to get pepped. Alright. There we go. Oh my god. The Exhilarating Adventures of Archibald Excelsior, Ace Exterminator, and Plague of Manti Men, Issue 1 of 4. A comic from the cult classic Ace Exterminator series, tragically cancelled after its brief 4-issue run. Scribbled in felt tip on the comic spine is the word "Speak." In the inaugural issue, newly minted hero Archibald Excelsior is dispatched to the cloud cities of Olympus to put down a plague of ravenous Manti men intent on taking the cities for their own. Manti Mastermind pits his second-in-command renowned Spindle Knight, Cisac Sassafras, against Excelsior in hand-to-claw combat. Just when Excelsior appears to have bested his insectile foe with the help of his handy PET, or pet, his eye is caught by Isabella Femme Fatale. Wow, okay. Manti Mastermind Dancing Queen. Will our mustachioed hero survive his brush with the Spindle Knight? And with love? Eustachi. Kim's datapad. Maurice, I have made my peace with the chemical waste pit. It is where I belong. I think with the refuse and the dregs, the surface is distant to me, as distant as cold stars, as distant as you are and the rest of them. How do you fare, Maurice, up on your vaunted perch? When the shadow of the manufactory crown falls on you and your fine telescope, do you think of me down here in the dark? Do any of you? My isolation has borne fruit. Oh, I forgot to do something. There we go. My isolation has borne fruit. Propane, butane, ethane, these wild gases visit me in my dreams. They shift and morph, compress and expand. Gas now, then liquid, then gas again. They've whispered to me the trick of their metamorphosis, and I have bottled it as they have taught me. Come down to the shadow of the manufactory, Maurice, down to the ravine, and they will teach you their trick, too. Let us at last complete the package that I might finally ascend. All the glory to the PET, Eustachi. Alright. Where do I go next? I'm pretty sure that I have to go back, yeah. I do like the lore in this game. I will give it that. I will give it that. All right. Oh. All right, so I have to go that way. Yay! I can play the game now. Or the quiz. Whoops. Where the hell am I running? Jeez. Apparently I'm drunk. Archibald Excelsior's Secret Society of Super Science Sidekicks. Halt! The passage is exclusive to members of the Secret Society. I read this already. Enter true fan passphrase. Alright, passphrase submitted. Speak friend and enter. Passphrase accepted. One final task awaits thee, fair traveler. You must complete a test to prove your bona fides, but worry not. It should be simple for a true fan of Archibald Excelsior. Sure. Question 1. In issue number 1, The Plague of the Mantimen, what was the name of the Mantimen's Meistermind second in command who Archibald defeated in the hand-to-claw combat? Cizak Sassafras. Correct. Question 2 of 4. In issue number 2, Attack of the Crystal Canids, what improvised weapon did our illustrious leader Archibald Excelsior use to exterminate King Alpha? The skull of King Alpha's own mother. Correct. Question 3 of 4. In issue number 3, Invasion of the Flesh-Eating Sprats, Agent Buff Hardman foiled Archibald's heroic plan to liberate the underground metropolis of Hephaestus from the Sprat Pack by doing what? Tricking Archibald with a disastrously mind control ray. Correct! Question number 4. In issue number 4, The Colossus Beneath Tartarus, how did Archibald ignite his signature weapon, the PET, and put the titular giant down for good? With a bolt of lightning from above. Alert! Yay! Enter the brother or sister birdie, for you now are certified genuine super science sidekick. Congratulations! Alright.
This must have been where those researchers had their hideout. You think we can get inside?
Well, we are. You're crazy Pervati. You're crazy. Hey, I actually picked up the PET. Nice. So I guess that was the big reward. Oh, that's cigarettes. I don't need cigarettes. Nothing here. Alright, this is it. We've done it. Alright, first let's save. Now, let's see. Quest. I don't know why I went to Brave New World. He keeps going to Brave New World. I don't know why. But anyways. Electric Fling. So I need to go here. And I need to... No, that's one. That's the only one. Oh, and I have to go here. I haven't gone here yet. Okay. So let's go here first. Thank you. We're going to call this Site Quest Sundays. I cannot wait in, today's November 2nd? November 1st, right? In 9 days I'm going to be getting, 9 days if I don't count today. 9 days until I get my Xbox Series X. I hope I get it anyways. Okay, so I have to go there. But it's sealed. Ah, this is the one where the frickin' thing is sealed. How the fuck do you get inside? Can I go by the front this time now? Now that I have everything that I tentatively came here for? Oh, fuck off. The fucking Marauders are back.
I'll keep it down.
Hold on one second. We'll be right back. Alright. Back to the game at hand.
Everyone all right?
Alright, well, I got enough of this shit. I don't wanna... I need HIE passkey though. I don't know where to get that passkey. Alright, so let's do this then. Let's do the main quest and we'll get that out. We'll get that lady. What am I doing? What am I doing? Alright, and quest. I have to go back to the landing pad. Alright. By the way, I wanted to thank Big Bad Bizarre Gaming, Overrider, PK Theater, Angry Gorilla, Mr. Garp 1988, Gallows Adler, and Dan Etienne for the auto hosts. Hope that you guys are good, and thank you for supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. I'm so happy that I'm able to see the hosts again. The one thing that was frustrating to me the most is I couldn't find the oh, I need to I need to go here. All right. It's amazing that it doesn't show me the bitrate though for my game. That is very, very, very weird. Very weird. Now, if only I can find in OBS where to find the auto hosts, that'd be really cool. Transfer. Can't even use it. It's not very powerful either. But it is worth something. That's not worth too much. Plasma launcher, that's not worth too much. The shrink ray. Do I need a shrink? I need something anyways. That's fine. Where do I have to go? Terra 2. Mostly harmless, mostly harmless. Okay, I guess I can go there. I guess that's what it is, you know?
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
I'm guessing Minnie wants an update. Patch her through. Can you tell Miss Ambrose I'm very busy and can hang up on her?
Captain, Imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news.
Someone warned me to stay away from Gorgon and lock the place down. Not yet. Your mother's office has been sealed tight. I found a lot of shady corporate intrigue. When I find it, you'll be the second. You'll be the second to know.
Someone? You mean someone still has access to the facility? Oh, after all this time. Who was it?
Could be an agent from Spacer's Choice who doesn't appreciate spies. Someone with an old grudge would be my guess. We didn't have a chance to exchange pleasantries, and you tell me.
That doesn't narrow it down by much, but I think you're onto something. Make sure you have eyes on the back of your head. I doubt we've seen the last of this human vexation. If I know Spacer's Choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it.
Are you familiar with Gorgon's old research staff?
I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same.
Did you know that Gorgon was developing andrinitime?
I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time.
Were you aware that adrenatime created marauders?
What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late.
Why would Spacer's Choice risk everything for a stimulant?
Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend. A drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise.
Could one drug really do all that?
I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's Choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of adrenatime was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one.
You know, I actually just realized the transmission actually is a really nice throwback to the first two Fallouts. If you remember the first two Fallouts, it was very rough, and this kind of looks similar to that. It's pretty cool, actually. I'm heading back out. Really know your business, Minnie.
Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it. She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
I'll keep that in mind. Be seeing you, Minnie. Crack your knuckles, yes.
Ta!
Alright. So I guess I have to go back out now. Let's continue with the two same people that I've had since before. Ba ba ooh la la, banda doo da da, boo boo woo da da, boo doo boo boo doo, ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba ba, ba da ba ba da ba da ba ba, boo doo ba ba. Wow 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 ba da ba ba. Better than nature, Auntie Cleo. Yeah, that's a face of somebody that I want to trust with my well-being. Right. Okay, so I have to go there. So I have to walk out. Why don't I just do this? At least I can walk there. What are you talking? I just realized, is it yesterday? My Assassin's Creed Valhalla started downloading. Alright, let's once again, we have to watch these load time screens that never end. Hey, music. I have to admit, I like the music.
Hey, I know your face. You're wanted by the board. Wow. You're a living, breathing outlaw. That is, until security outside gets their eyes on you, but let's not spoil the moment. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating.
Candid review. I don't know anything about a candid review. Hold on. I didn't agree to anything.
Oh, that's just so encouraging to hear. I'll just go ahead and add your comment to my permanent record.
Okay.
Now then.
Me too. I
how
like
can
to
I
add
help
stuff
you?
to my own permanent record. I'm looking for Clarence Mosley. What's with all the secrecy? This place isn't exactly hard to find.
We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency.
This kind of thing's pretty common. Bijou's used to do a prison-themed night. Served fish sticks with tartarus sauce.
Oh yeah, prison-themed night was the best. Plus, they gave away limited edition designer handcuffs. The Musgrave family collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal canid shows. Scandalous, isn't it?
I think she's actually like getting really, really excited. You said this place was supposed to be an art gallery. What happened?
That's privileged information. I really shouldn't tell you.
Sure you can. I already agreed to your stupid confidentiality clause, remember?
That's a fair point. All right, I'll tell you. But just keep this
Will
between
do.
us. The Musgraves own one of Earth's largest private collections of art and literature. They were going to have the entire collection shipped all the way to Halcyon. Unfortunately, that collection never arrived. We haven't heard anything from the delivery convoy, and there's some purely hypothetical concern that the collection might be, well...
Unfortunately, the collection has never arrived. Lost, stolen, boring, and leaving.
I was going to say indefinitely delayed by unforeseen and unknowable circumstances, but yes. Let's go with that. Anyway, that's as much as I can tell you. Will there be anything else?
I'm looking for Clarence Mosley.
Mr. Mosley is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mosley just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
Excuse me. I wonder if I actually hack this.
Nice.
Apparently nobody cares.
Just between the two of us, I hope this doesn't become a tradition.
Not looking forward to the next annual Canid review?
Not looking forward to the Canids. Odious things. I don't know why we let them prance around the city. I've heard stories of wild Canids outside Byzantium, but frankly, I don't believe it.
The excitement wears off rather quickly, don't you think?
Well, that guy's having a hard time.
Those wastrels in Emerald Vale have all abandoned their work. Did you know? How typical.
Okay, sure. Pick up model spaceship. Nice. Oh.
Today's trends and tomorrow's trash.
Okay. Thanks for the insight, bro. Vending machine.
Today's trends are tomorrow's trash.
How long did you say Musgrave was gone?
Those wastrels in Emerald
I
Vale
didn't.
have all abandoned
Frankly,
their
I
work.
don't know.
Did you know?
Couple
Oh,
of years? More? He said he was off on some type of beautification treatment, which I can only assume is a euphemism.
Oh dear God.
I think I would have preferred primals over canids, but there's always next year.
I've heard stories of
Okay,
wild
so the
canids
texts don't
outside
really-
Byzantium, but frankly, I don't believe it.
Apparently nobody cares if you...
Do you know what I'd like to see?
So I can go, actually, I can go downstairs before I go here.
Mostly in a staring
So let's go see down.
Say a sequel to
Hello,
Peril
move.
on
Thank you.
Monarch, but I like your ideas better.
Alright, so let's go see.
Oh, just hear me out. It's a brilliant idea.
Is this about canid hunting? We've been over this before. It's a terrible idea.
Canid hunting is the natural evolution of canid shows. No one's going to miss a few backwater laborers anyway. The excitement wears off rather quickly, don't you think?
I think I would have preferred primals over canids. But there's always...
You don't have to be scared of these canids, Captain. I don't think they're gonna hurt you.
Come now, Anubis, you must
wears
perk up.
off rather quickly, don't you think?
I don't suppose you've any formal training in canid husbandry. I really am at my wit's end. It's my little Anubis, you see. He's listless and miserable. I simply don't know what to do about his condition.
Could be something he ate. Don't worry about it. He probably just hates you. You named your canid Anubis. Good luck with that.
You must understand, Anubis is a very picky eater. He dines exclusively on Terra 2 Saltuna, none of that rubbish from Monarch. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of a shortage lately. He's so miserable without his Saltuna.
Look at the poor guy. He's tired of Saltuna. Give him a proper treat.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I doubt all this excitement is doing any favors to his digestive system. I suppose I have been spoiling him with Saltuna. He could use a change of palate. Oh, I do have some limited edition Rizzo's CCN 76 chocolate bars.
No, are you out of your mind? No chocolate.
Really? I had no idea. I suppose I'll just treat him to some Spectrum Violet then. You've been a world of help. I'll leave a good word on your permanent record.
Okay. Board reputation increased. But At what cost? I'm still repulsed. Cannon handler, there's no one unique to that. Wealthy citizen. Cannon wealthy, okay. Ooh. Oh, there's a trophy there. Huh. Maybe I'll be able to go in at one point. Yeah, it's barred. Anything else on the other side? Did I miss? Oh, there's a spot over here. Okay, before we do this, let me go see where I'm supposed to go, actually. Go see the person, then I'll take a gander at the rest of the place.
It's not Canid hunting all day.
Wealthy citizen, not worth it. Alright, let's save. Alright, let's talk to Clarence Mosley.
Do you know the interesting thing about Canid shows?
Excuse me? I'm interested in anything involved with canids. Trick question. There isn't anything interesting about canid shows. No, but I have a feeling you're about to tell me anyways.
Good instincts. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about Canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough Canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility.
Are you Clarence Mosley?
What gave me away? Wait, don't tell me. You've read my monograph, Putting the Us in Calculus, or How to Use Mathematics to Find Your Statistically Significant Other. I'm afraid I don't really do autographs, but yes, I am Clarence Mosley.
I've been looking for you. You're the last known staff member on Project Gorgon.
Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
The manufacturer is an emergency lockdown. I need you to help me to lift it. You're a bit late. Your mistress figure already sent me cryptic warnings. What's got you so frightened? Intimidate 40. You want to keep living this moment? Show me the lift to an emergency lockdown.
Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
I was hired to find a journal. I'm just trying to do my job. Something horrible happened on Gorgon, and I'm just trying to uncover the truth. Intimidate 40? How's this for a reason? I'm really heavily armed. Project Gorgon created the Marauders. You can't just walk away from that.
Yes, the birthplace of the Marauders. And a graveyard for all our mistakes. Starting Project Gorgon was our first mistake. Trying to bury Project Gorgon while it's still very much alive and clawing its way back to the surface, that may be our last mistake.
I'm just trying to uncover the truth. I'm going to do the right thing. There has to be a way to fix this. Now's your chance to clear your conscience. The only thing I want is a journal. How do I convince you to help me? Nobody has to know we're involved.
Please, there's no need to insult me by implying I have a conscience. It's my reputation that concerns me. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way, we don't have to rely on mutual trust. The grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
All right, what's so important about the trophy?
My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him.
That might be the most Byzantium thing I've ever heard. On a second thought, not interesting, excuse me. I'll be back with that trophy.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
I know what I'm doing, Clarence, thanks. Before I go, there was something else.
What's on your mind?
What can you tell me about Project Gorgon?
At the moment, nothing. I have a one-track mind. I can't stop thinking about that trophy. Why isn't it in my hands? When is it going to be in my hands?
But why didn't you just enter if you're so confident?
You get me that Best in Show trophy, and it'll clear my mind right up.
Right. So I found this eye.
My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one.
So how'd you lose your eye?
I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no.
Here, take your eye back. I don't want this thing in my pocket.
Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.
I wanted to ask you something else.
What's on your mind?
All right. Let's go get the, let's go get this, I knew I was going to have to use that elevator.
You'd only be letting them into Byzantium temporarily.
What up, ladies? Parvati? Ellie? Alright. Oh, I made it. Wow, I made it to level 33. I already maxed out my levels. Awesome. Lock pickup at 101. I'll never get it to 60. Come on. Alright. Alright, let's tinker. What do I have here? Let's repair everything. Sure. What would this give me? Nothing. It only gives me 5 weapon parts? Are you fucking kidding me? What a waste of fucking...
You got nimble fingers, Captain.
Not a peep from me.
Get our hands dirty.
Installation log. Completed. Schedule annual sanitation and repair Musgrave family vault. Number 1. Applied Candapine scented floor wax. Number 2. Appraised area in accordance with Byzantium aesthetic standards. CHHC Board Aesthetic Interior Regulations. Section 33F. Number 3. Relocated garbage. Number 4. Installed anti-dissident auto mechanicals in order to ensure moral and civil hygiene. Number 4A. Note. Tampering with, altering, or otherwise disabling moral hygiene, mechanical is strictly prohibited under board regulations. Number 5, delivered complimentary mint. Nice. These are guns. Alright. Okay, so there's other robots in here. But that's locked. Runners up. I can't go in there. Optional technician keycard. Did the guy have a keycard? I don't think I even checked the guy. There we go. Fuck, I'm good. Alright. Nothing really here that's... I guess armor parts, yeah.
Nice going.
Alright.
That's beyond cruel, even here.
That looks appetizing. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Is there anything in here? Nope. Okay. Let's close this. Can't go in there. Okay. There's only 2 robots in this whole thing. Isn't this where I came out from? Yeah, so how the fuck do you go in the middle? Trophy lift. Well, there's a door right there. Oh. Well then. Improved tech kit, sure. Yeah, there's enough.
You gotta teach me that.
Anything else there? Nice. You know, the night that there's nobody on my stream is the night that I actually advance in the game. Go figure.
I sure hope these folks don't mind us borrowing this.
I'm hoping nobody saw me. Alright. Let me just say something. I want to check something on my computer because where is the apparently I can't. Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that now, but that's ridiculous. Anyways, all right. Back here, go back to where we came from. Not that I actually need to be honest. Could have just used the door. I don't think anybody would have cared, but let's go talk to the guy. I love how nobody cared. They actually stared at me. There's a couple of them that actually stared at me. So.
Never cared much for hors d'oeuvres. The word is just grotesque. All those superfluous letters ruin my appetite.
Today is your lucky day, Clarence. I've got your trophy.
Dead canids in the service tunnels. Domesticated canids? Why, that's utterly revolting.
You're telling me you had nothing to do with this?
My dear friend, I would not dream of hurting a canid. Every canid, regardless of their physical attributes, is a companion to their master. To kill a companion is a profound and unforgivable breach of trust. I'm glad I chose not to participate in this loathsome canid review. I will, however, take their trophy.
Today's your lucky day, Clarence. I've got your trophy.
My trophy? Look at this thing. Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
Get my end of the bargain. Expect to keep yours.
Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers. Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error.
You use statistical analysis to figure out their location. Show me their math.
I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a spacer's choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the two most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe.
You haven't been able to let go of Project Gorgon either.
Nonsense. I just needed a good old-fashioned statistical problem to busy my mind. Keeps the faculties lubricated.
You talk about leaving the past behind, but you still feel responsible.
Let me stop you there. I don't accept anything for free. And if you're going to analyze me, I'd have to go through the trouble of hiring you on contract. Think what you will of my intentions, my calculations are sound. You'll find Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe at the enclosed locations.
See, these two researchers are the only ones left. So these two researchers are the only ones left?
As far as I know, Jasper Lowe and Marion Blakesley are the only two surviving researchers with high-level clearance. If you want to lift the lockdown on the manufactory, you'll need to send an override from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. I'm afraid it's the only way.
Alright, I've got some questions about these researchers.
I'll tell you what I can.
What do I need to know about Marion Blakesley?
Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility. Live subjects, measuring tape and syringes, that sort of thing. Someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker.
Are you sure it was sabotage?
Well, with Spacer's choice equipment, who even knows? Dr. Blakesley tendered her resignation lawfully, but under suspicious circumstances. If you want to know more, you'd best ask her yourself.
You're asking me to trust your hunch?
I'm asking you to trust in the predictive power of data. Dr. Blakesley may have disappeared after that sabotage incident, but the trajectory of her life was implied in her permanent record.
What about this Jasper Lowe guy?
Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Anti-Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus.
Oh, you must have been some fancy lab coats.
No, Captain. Lab coats, as in scientists.
Is your captain always this dense? How are you all still alive?
I live for risk.
Let's get back on topic. You'll find Dr. Lowe in an orbital lab around Olympus.
Hello to whoever is joining the stream. Hope that you're having a wonderful weekend. Thank you for passing by. Before I go, there was one more thing.
Certainly. What's on your mind?
I had some questions about Blakesley and Lowe.
I'll tell you what I can.
Tell me about Jasper Lowe.
Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to...
Same thing over and over again. Alright. You don't think much of this Jasper Lowe guy.
Our office gave Dr. Lowe and his team every opportunity to develop a drug under perfectly reasonable guidelines and generous deadlines. Dr. Lowe failed to meet our requests and largely succeeded in using our supply of drugs to get himself higher than the mortality rate of a line worker at a Saltuna cannery. Try to exercise caution.
Ah, Clarence, are you looking out for me?
You did fetch a trophy for my little applause. Technically, that makes you my canid servant, and by the transitive property of employment, my responsibility.
Wow.
No need to sound so astonished. Now, was there anything else?
I'm getting the hell out. What can you tell me about, I already did this.
Let's try to keep it down, shall we? At least pretend we're being discreet? There's not a lot about Project Gorgon I can tell you. I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but I closed that chapter in my life. I've moved on.
I promise, I'm not looking for any trouble. I just want information.
Look, don't tell anyone I said this. But if there's anything I've learned by living in Byzantium, it's this. If you go looking for the truth, you are looking for trouble. All right. Ask your questions. And then if you don't mind, don't mention Project Gorgon anywhere near me again.
Sounds about right. Does the name Minnie Ambrose mean anything to you?
Minnie Ambrose? Oh, Olivia's brat. Ambitious, but like the rest of her family, irrelevant. She tried following her mother's example, failed, and if she ever tried again, I couldn't tell you. The name Ambrose doesn't mean anything to me anymore, or to anyone halfway respectable. The Ambroses are, how do I put this politely, obsolete?
Why? What happened?
A family's name is only as strong as its enterprise. The Musgraves have Rizzos, and the Schuyler's have Auntie Cleo, and so we show those names the respect they deserve. The Ambrose name was associated with Project Gorgon. The project died, and so the Ambrose name died with it. That's just the way the game is played.
Why did the Project Gorgon need an actuary?
Project Gorgon was designed to change the life of every worker on Halcyon. We weren't just building a product, we were trying to build a society. How many workers call Halcyon their home? What do they eat and when? How long do they sleep? How hard do they work? What are their most productive years? When do their organs begin to fail? That's the nature of my work. I study human life in order to determine its value. Jewelers appraise diamonds, and I appraise people.
You can't break someone's life down into an equation. People aren't numbers.
Of course you can. You can break the entire universe down into numbers and statistics. Human beings are as much a part of the universe as weather patterns and orbital mechanics.
You must have left Gorgon for a reason. What happened?
It's complicated. I'll be honest, I didn't join Project Gorgon because I wanted to satisfy my intellectual curiosity. I was courting the daughter of a Spacer's Choice family. We were a mathematically congruent match, you see. I had the proofs all written out and everything.
I see where this is going.
I see you've been in the same situation. Yes, she wasn't impressed by my absolute value. After she made her feelings clear, I left the project.
What exactly went wrong?
Everything. Every project has a margin of failure. We expect setbacks, complications, delays. Project Gorgon experienced a cascade failure. One mistake precipitated another, and another, and another. The labs failed to develop a safe drug. Human Inquiry failed to perform their tests responsibly. An unsafe drug tested on unhealthy subjects by irresponsible supervisors. That's Project Gorgon.
Your hands aren't clean, Clarence. You were part of the Project Gorgon.
I know. Project Gorgon was a failure of leadership. Leadership to which I belonged. I should have pushed for stricter supervision. We gave the other departments too much freedom and not enough oversight. Spare the rod, spoil the servant.
So the project fell apart and your test subjects became marauders.
Anarchy is not a crime. It is a symptom. The undisciplined workplace secretes anarchy the way our glands secrete enzymes. It's a principle of science. Sabotage came first. The chem lab, Human Inquiry, even my own office. Sabotage broke the discipline of our workplace, leading to confusion, leading to escaped subjects, leading to anarchy.
The staff are all dead or missing. You're the only one wearing a tracker.
No one appreciates the value of good data. The holistic surveillance device I wear is an invaluable tool, gathering data on all my day-to-day activities. My former colleagues can go into hiding and live in ignorance for all I care. I prefer the self-examined life.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get my thing back to you. No more questions. Thanks for your time. All right. I think I looked at everything over here, so I don't think there's anything I need to do anymore. So I'm good for this. So let's get the hell out of here. I'm probably gonna get shot. That's okay. Come on. Thank you. My LTE. There we go. Transition to everybody go. Everybody go, everybody go, oh, oh, everybody go, everybody go. Hope that you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Welcome to the stream if you're just lurking around. I like these anatomy science layouts. Pretty cool. Where do I need to go from here? Come on. Fuck. I know where I have to go, it wouldn't let me. At least there's a place right beside. Hey, Psych! Ah, no problem, man. And I'm glad it's going for a good cause, and you're doing great. I used to, and you know, and the thing is, this is what really frustrates me about homeless. Everybody has a soft spot for the homeless at Christmas. Okay. Which is fine, right? But what happens the rest of the years? Like, what's happening the rest of the year? Like, nobody gives, like, you know, homeless people don't go on vacation from being homeless. Like, I never understood that. And every so often, I go to, during Christmas, I give, we distribute Christmas gifts to families, and a lot of people at work can't really do that. Yeah, I know. Same thing here. Actually, I wanted to volunteer at the Montreal Children's Hospital, and I can't. They put everything on hold.
Not today, Sam. I am not in the mood for a deep clean.
That sounds so wrong on so many levels. All right. Yeah, the hospitals are fine, but you know what? To be honest, the place that I feel the safest is at the hospital. At least here. Yeah, technically Quebec, the province of Quebec is... Yeah. You know, to me, a lot of people find this hard. And the one thing that's always... Yes, it tears your heart apart when you see families not being able to have a Christmas, and people have this really hard... They don't have empathy towards people that live... Yeah, you hear paycheck to paycheck. It's not even paycheck to paycheck. It's meal to meal. And unless you've been in that situation, and COVID has really emphasized that a lot, until you feel good about donating. It's like, I feel good donating. Yeah, okay, but a lot of people, once they get faced with that, and they face a family that can barely barely know if they're gonna have a next meal, it's very, very painful. However, being able to give them food that can last them for a week is amazing. And that's why food banks are really, really useful, are really good. And unfortunately here, the food banks are dying. Well, exactly. And please, don't get me started with, like, there was a family one year we were helping. They got a TV. They actually gave a list of stuff they wanted, and they gave like a list of TVs. Like TV was one of the things on it. I'm like, I understand technology is like, it's a nice to have, but do you need that to survive? To me, I would help a family that can say, I need clothes, I need food, I need necessities, I need heat. One year, I remember I helped a family, and the company didn't want to do this. I paid their hydro bill for 2 months to keep so they can have the heat. Now here, utility companies will actually not cut your heat during the winter months. It's against the law actually. So that's a good thing. But I still paid for 2 months, so they didn't have to pay those 2 months. When they were technically supposed to get shut off, right? And it wasn't that much. It was like something $70 per month or something. But I mean, it keeps the heat. And our winters here in Montreal are horrendous, and a lot of people don't see that, and that pains me. That constant lack of empathy for others, and unfortunately, the COVID kind of brought that front and center. Just the simple thing of wearing a mask. People, it's me, myself, and I. They don't see that you may affect somebody else. And until you know somebody that went through a really bad stint with COVID, and what the President Trump went through, yes, it could have gone a lot worse, but he had a whole, team of doctors looking after him because he's the President of the United States. A lot of them don't have that luxury, right? It's just it's a shame. All right, where am I going now? Panicked so much and also showed a part of humanity that still exists. Yeah, and that's why I love seeing what you do, and that's why I support it. It's because it's so good. People are still a decent people, and there's really good people out there, right? It gets lost in the shuffle, and there are really good people, and some people are not being assholes just to be assholes. Some of them don't know they're assholes, for lack of a better term.
Let's try being friendly. Maybe they'll try it.
No problem, man. And look, you were part of that contribution. You gave a sub to my channel for 2 months, and I matched dollar for dollar. So you were part of that donation as well. I promised that I would give, and I'm going to do it again. And if I don't find a charity that I can donate to, or I'm going to do it, I'm going to go back to feeding the homeless with your charity if the stuff is still up and going. We need to do, it's hard to do anything outside nowadays, and it's the least that I can do.
Hey you, over here. Let's chat.
That action, what do you think you're doing?
I bet you 80 bits, look the other way.
This worker is entirely lawful.
I didn't realize that it was stealing. Alright.
Whoa, 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 it's Riz. Oh, fucking damn it. Every time. So, hey, you trespassing, and I'm armed. Maybe take a second look at your life choices, pal.
A lot of people, one of my buddies at work, he's actually really right. And I appreciate his point of view. He's like, would you rather have a racist that's closed off and is not an extrovert, or a racist that's full on blown? Most people would say, well, I want the one that's quiet. He stays in the corner. He doesn't say a word. He's just racist in his own right. But he's like, I like the one to know. I'm the type of person that likes to know who's racist, so I know who not to talk to or who not to be with, or I know he's not going to be my friend. It's a different way of thinking about it. but yeah, a lot of stuff came out of like the COVID stuff. 2020 in general has been horrendous. Here we complain to complain, but there's nothing really to complain about. Like there are things that can be complained about and can be improved upon, yes. But are we in bad shape? Not as bad as other places have been, right? So, and here we are, Canadians as a whole, like from coast to coast, we're like, no, we don't want to reopen the border right now, which is insane. Funding for those sort of things is always needed. Best part is that we are an organization that is able to take one of those donations and use the whole sum for food and clothes and such, not only 10-15% like huge orgs have so much overhead. Yeah, I'm glad a lot of true faces have been revealed. Yeah, I mean, the problem, in my honest opinion, a lot of times when there's the nice people don't like the spotlight, don't like to be, and I'm the type of person that's like that. If I donate, I usually put myself as anonymous. And I think for your donation, I put corporate gamer only because to show you that but I didn't post it. I said it's corporate gamer, but I didn't put it in as on the main page. And that's what I like to do. I like to be in the shadows. I'm starting to think otherwise now, because if people don't start seeing the good in people and who does good and who does what, you're only seeing the negative. You're only seeing the people that throw people down, you know, and don't do anything. And you know, and I'm starting to be a little bit more overt about donating and giving money. And only because I want to show, and it's not for my ego. It's far from that. It's more to show that there's good people in this world. And am I perfect? Not by a million years. I am not perfect in any way. But I can try and make every day a better place for other people. I haven't made. I'm good. You know, I have a job. I have a roof over my head. I don't have a mortgage. You know, the house is paid for. I don't have, I'm able to stream games. A lot of people don't have. Look, PK Theater, who's a viewer of my channel and who I've been following for a long time, he lost his house. He lost where he lived, and he lived out of his car for the longest time. He's working for Veterans Affairs to provide him some shelter. That happens. It still happens, and it's a shame. And it's something that I can't really help him. He's not anywhere close to me. He lives. I forget where he lives actually, and I should know that. Oh, it's good, man. You're not sidetracking me. I like conversations. This is why I stream. Some people that look at my streams later on, they might think that I'm whatever. I'm boring, but this is why I like to have conversations. Hang on. What are you starting to say back there?
Nothing.
This guy looks like he's out of Borderlands. Does Rizzo's know you're butchering their slogan?
What, you gonna report me? I don't work for them no more. I'm with the gardeners now. All of us kept the peace for the corpse once, but we got tired of being used.
Alright, funny. I would have pegged you for a horticulturist.
Hey, I like to get my hands dirty. It's just a name. Old lady we work for, she likes plants. We're here to keep the streets clean. Hallways. You know what I mean. Anyway, Blakesley's given us standing orders to strongly discourage anyone who tries to come in. I like to extrapolate from there.
Is there anything? No, there's no one there. Come on, surely we can come to terms. Does Junley know you're down here?
We ain't subversives. We're gainfully employed. This is a private contract. Miss Junley can't get too mad if we rough up some trespassers. Especially if I was nice enough to
Yeah, but she's dating one of my colleagues. Ha! But she might get a little steamed if you hurt her girlfriend. Bam! By the way, there's a whole same-sex angle here. A side quest at one point.
Huh?
Hi, I'm the girlfriend.
Oh, shit. Fine, fine. You want to check out the lab? Go for it. We won't stop you. But Blakesley's got her own setup in there, and she doesn't like guests. So if you get shot, I'm telling Junlei I never saw you. This one's clear, guys.
Nice one, Captain.
Society Cigarettes. Pink Slip. Quadira Smith. Or Smythe. These official terminum papers stamped with the Spacer's Choice logo state that Quadira Smythe has been terminated for limping on duty. Wow. Like, that was reading material. Anything,
It's like I don't know what to do with myself. Come on, this is great. We don't have to beat up miscreants for them.
I've come here before, but... Hey, buddy. It's stealing, but there's nobody around. Okay, so I have to go see so-and-so. Let's go.
This must be a step up from force factories, huh?
Alright, let's save. To the local idiots, here is your weekly shipment. Please note that the additional allotment of protein cakes. Could I convince you and your colleagues to fill out a brief questionnaire regarding your eating patterns? In the meantime, do try to cut down on all the sugary drinks. Thank you. This is the DLC. The game itself, I did enjoy. It's the way that I described it. I don't know if you were on. Yes, indeed. User love interest. The game itself is very. It feels like Fallout 3 in a sense that you have the main quest, you have some side quests. But the side quests don't seem to interfere too much, or at least they don't seem to be long-winded or whatever. It's short quests, very, very similar to Fallout 3, which is surprising because Obsidian actually did Fallout New Vegas, which New Vegas was very big and vast and so on and so forth. So I was very surprised. But I did enjoy the game. It's about a good 40-hour game, 40, 50-hour game. And for a completionist, it's maybe 60, 70. And this is the the first DLC, Peril on Gorgon. Basically, it's a murder mystery, essentially.
You have to be kidding me. I thought I made myself click. Wait, what's with this camera? Hello? Damn it. Look, I get it. Some people need things spelled out for them. I'm sure one of the auto mechanicals can explain.
This looks like Mothership Zeta, or Fallout, the psychedelic DLC. I forget which one it is. The one that you have to make puzzles.
Observation log. Date. Well, never mind. Hybridization efforts have proven successful, and the nursery's yield is improving steadily. Meanwhile, the psychological benefits of gardening are difficult to assess without a control group. Subjective reflection suggests minor gains in memory retention and contentment.
And this is one of those games where it was on day one on Game Pass. I played it, and I liked it so much that I bought it. So, voila. Oh, nice. So I did release, in case you're interested, I did release my review on. I did write my review on Gears 5. I'm actually happy I finished that series because it wasn't super long of a series, but
And I thought those tiny canids were ugly.
Well then. Experimental notes. Group C, heretofore, referred to as Clarice, continues to demonstrate increased growth and development relative to both the original and control strains. However, general mass and caloric content has not increased significantly compared to its predecessor, Horus. This suggests a limit in our ability to mitigate poor nutrient uptake and mantipillar mulch. Personal note, Martin's getting a little big for the Terranium. A few more days and it goes into the processor. Hey, Wasteland, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I saw you were streaming before, but I couldn't make it. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I don't know if you've ever played The Outer World, but here we are. Maintenance logs. One entry found. Entry 1325. Maintenance log 1325. Water supply remains steady, but the power fluctuations are doing a number on the auto mechanicals. Easy fix, all the time in the world. Entry 1326. Gutted the auto mechanicals for non-essential components. Minor gains in power efficiency due to decreased weight. Waterproofing materials compromised. Human error. Actually, is there anything I can do? No, there's nothing there. What a waste of a terminal. There was nothing there. Anyways. Maybe it has something useful later on. Alright, so there's nothing here. Is there anything on here that I can read? Nope. Nope. It's all good. I just got spooked for vanishing Ethan Carter. Oh, did you do that? I found that game so freaking long and so difficult. Did you hear about those new game studios popping up, maybe old devs like Warship Gaming? Yeah, I did hear about that. I didn't read into the details though, but I did hear rumblings about it. What's here? Armor parts. Well, there's another terminal. And I can't... Hacking skill too low. 5 seconds. Alright. Well, that sucks. So anything here worth a hoot? Nope. Okay. That was kind of useless. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing of use. Is that a gun? No, there's nothing I can take here. No, okay. Alright, well. There's nothing here. So there's a 1 mechanical, 2 mechanical, 3 mechanicals. Alright, well. There's quite a few mechanicals. We're good. We're good. This one's locked. Sketchy low pressure suit. Alright. Okay, so before we go down, what the hell was at the end of the hallway? Regarding Gears 5, the big reveal about who the Locusts actually were. Was it just a surprise or more of the I knew it moment? It was no. It's kind of I kind of knew it. The surprise is more along the lines of one of the characters. It's Bard. Okay. It's one of the characters. You kind of realize that. The significance of who her mother was, and she ends up being the grandmother, ended up being whoever the evil person is. But it ends, it kind of ends a bit on disappointment because it's a to be continued episode. Yeah, so well, okay. So spoilers for those who don't want to know what this is. Spoilers, but I'm gonna talk a bit about Gears 5. So basically, the main premise of the story is you're trying to kill the locusts. They're not really dead, right? And you try and get to the bottom of it. And Kate is the one that's been getting a lot of these nightmares, a lot of these visions. And you learn that the heirloom that she gets from her mom, after she killed her mom in the fourth Gears 4, it's the locust symbol. And you learn with lore and everything that the Locust Queen is her grandmother. Now the grandmother is trying to get her to go to the all right, no problem. So they come to they end up the queen tries to get Kate to go to the dark side, so to speak, and saying there's she can't lose this and that. Kate ends up fighting it. They try to fight her at the end, but they kind of fail, and it goes to be continued. So they didn't really kill the queen. You just live to see another day, and it ends up being like a to be continued episode where Gears 6 should be continuing where Gears 5 left off. And I'm done. So wait, Ruckus, you can come back. Wasteland, all good. All right. Really? It's all good. Auto mechanicals now give you the willies, and when they're attacking your party, you're not as effective as you should be. I reject that weakness. Let's see if I can get her anything. Oh, this is where I came in from. Huh. Okay. Alright. Alrighty then. Anything else at this end of this spectrum? Looks like there's a lot of food over here. A lot of plants. Where are my tomato plants? Anything here? Nope. Nothing there. There's really nothing in here. Alright. Let me save because I have a feeling I'm going to get shellacked on. You're not random, kind sir.
You hear that humming? Sounds like some kind of generator.
Alright. How much money do I have? I own almost 7,500, a little bit more than 7,500. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Alright, so... okay. Well, there's nothing here. Alright. Well then. Alright, let's start our conversation.
So who the fuck... Oh, wait, hang on. I can't hear a damn thing. Just gonna shut this thing off. Right. Marion Blakesley, what can I do for you, Mr. Home Invasion?
Uh, it's Fallout 3. It's that place where you go and there's a bunch of lizards. Yeah, it's Fallout 3. It's one of the vaults in Fallout 3. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's Vegas. It's one of the older ones. It's not. It's not Fallout 4 for sure. Right. I need to get into the HIA facility on Gorgon. My reasons are my own, but I also need your Gorgon access card. I'm investigating the Adrenatime project. Word is that you'll be part of it.
Oh, sure. A real gathering of bright minds. Gorgon? I holed up in a forgotten cargo bay of a rotting colony ship just so I could never hear that name again. But here you are.
Track down Clarence Mosley. That got me onto your trail.
That bastard. Is he still only mostly worthless, or has he achieved mathematical perfection in that regard?
He's in show cannons now, sort of. He's pretty useless. He figured out where you were hiding.
His predictive data. If I were on Byzantium, I'd have strangled him. Clarence lacks the attention span for this sort of thing. Someone wants to dig up the past and
Is
get
it
a
Vault?
shovel,
Yeah,
right?
it's one. Yeah, if I remember, it's in New Vegas. I thought it. Yeah, maybe it is New Vegas. I'm getting confused. It's definitely one of the older ones. It's either 3 or New Vegas. It's not 4. That I know. It's the one where you have to go all the way down to the last floor, and it's like experimental plant growing and stuff. Wilhelmina Ambrose hired me to find something on that asteroid.
Ambrose. Well, I'll assume you're caught up then. That or hopelessly confused. Corporate demanded a product they could throw onto shelves. That put the squeeze on low at Chem to develop formulas. Samples. But how do you know if the product works? You run tests, see what happens. That's where human inquiry and auditing came in. I ran HIA and HIA ran the tests again and again.
Yes,
and again.
for sure.
And what happens is a whole
That's
lot
what
of
it is.
wasted time and even more bodies.
What was your part in all of this?
Testing supervisor. I designed the initial testing regimens, managed the staff, made sense of the test results. Tried to anyway. People are complicated, and I don't just mean the test subjects. Try and avoid working with people if you can. It always gets messy.
People make this gig worthwhile. Any hiding away in a secret lab by yourself for 5 years isn't messy. Any complicated people you know who might have an interest in stopping me? So what was Spacer's Choice testing for?
You've heard the adverts, right? Work day and night, still feel refreshed the next morning. Now, what we tested for was dexterity, efficiency, compliance. The traits of a good employee. Numbers never came out right. I could have pumped gallons of those chemicals into every living soul in this colony. Wouldn't have changed that. What we got was marauders.
So Spacer's Choice knew about these effects from the beginning?
Yeah, good luck making that one stick. It's in the fine print, you know. Whatever was in those chemicals, it didn't matter what tests we ran. We kept getting the same results. The proto-adrenatime solution was both monstrously addictive and had catastrophic effects on the psyche and intellect. A real boon to the colony.
I just need to get into that facility, lady. What happened? Why did that facility shut down?
We had a few weird accidents, escapes, minor setbacks. But one day, all the test subjects got loose. Sabotage, they said. Wasn't just us. All of the facilities got hit hard. Shut us down for a while. That turned out to be the last straw.
Do you know who was behind it?
Nah, didn't much care by then. Don't care much now. Spacer's Choice wasn't getting much use out of us anymore, so they shuttered the project, kicked Adrenatime out the door. And I came here.
Can you get me inside HIA?
Indulge a scientist. What do you want out of this investigation of yours? Trying to liven up your memoir?
It's a job, simple as that. Someone you know at Spacer's Choice did. There was something valuable in there. Curiosity, I guess. I'm just trying to spice up Chapter 3.
Baseless optimism. I like it. You hang tight to that. Your crew feel the same? Heck of a world out here for the shy types. What do you get out of headbutting murderous automechanicals for your captain here?
A family. Or something near to it. We don't always get along or nothing, but what family does?
Fair enough. That's all I've got. Here, I still have this pass. Don't much feel like hanging on to it anymore. Made my exit the moment the project started falling apart. Had to steal some credentials. This should get you into the volunteer induction entrance.
You hacked into Space Destroyer's database?
Please. I just messaged people with fake demands for their passwords. That's when they didn't just leave codes written down on pieces of paper. If I couldn't talk my way out past a simple facility lockdown, I'd be working for Rizzo's. That'll get you inside. What you do from there, that's up to you.
Any advice? You must have known the facility pretty well.
Come on. I've left it behind me.
Sure, it definitely looks like you're coping.
Yeah, well, you have to go on, don't you? Guilt's a useless emotion. What good is thinking about the past over and over and over again?
Help me and you can put it behind you. I'll take care of everything.
Please, I don't need... Fine. Fine, here, I remember one of my access codes. Just punch in the keypad equivalent for replication. Should get you into the offices. Maybe get you to my terminal a little sooner. Go test that persistence of yours out on Gorgon. Yeah. I'll make sure the auto mechanicals don't bother you on the way out.
Why is she in a cage? Like, literally, she's literally in a cage. Anyways. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. I don't think she called me Mr. Home Invasion, but I think she just wants me to invade her thing. Where's the exit? Where did I come in from? I came in from this side. At least I think. No. I came in from... Oh, that was a toilet. Sure. A breath inhalant. That's awesome. I don't think I went in from here, did I? I literally went back to where I came from. Yeah, so she's still there. Wow, I'm horrible at this. Whee! Pretty sure I came in from... Yeah, I came in from here. Yeah, there we go. I could talk to everyone, but I don't give a shit. Now I've got to go to part number 2. Alright. We're making progress more than last time. Last time I had a massive fucking brain fart. Intellectual flatulence. That's what I had. Intellectual flatulence. By the way, for you guys, both Wasteland and Psych, I really hope that the election goes... I'm not saying who I'm voting, who I would vote for, but I hope that it goes well. Apparently, there's some cities that are boarding up to prepare for like violence after the election. That's...
I am a dirty, autonomous digital astrogator, Sam. I haven't cleaned my internals in ages.
Okay, well then.
Can you
go back on Gorgon. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
We are now in orbit above Gorgon.
You know what? This time, is it? I think it's Texas. There's more people that voted already in mail-in ballots than everybody that voted in the last election in Texas as a whole on election day. So. Yeah. My honest opinion, it's people that are planted there to do to create violence. The people that actually do violence are people. They're not the protesters. And in any case, the protesters, I would like if I don't think if Trump would win, the Biden camp would protest. My honest opinion. However, if Biden does win, watch out. They already went after Biden's bus yesterday. They tried to run him off the road. Mind you, I have demonstrated too and feel like a fool after what I've learned. Yeah, I've demonstrated too. I've been in marches and stuff like that, but I've never. Actually, to be honest, here in Montreal, we riot after we win a playoff game, a playoff series, and I kid you not, it's not even like winning the Stanley Cup. It's literally winning the region. It's because you can't reason, and I was telling this to people. You can't reason with people anymore. Come on. Thank you. Unfortunately, it became, instead of voting for the best person for the job in your district or whatever, it became party affiliation at all costs. And the biggest mistake that everybody ever made is making it into a right and left issue instead of a right and a wrong issue. People in general have instincts to know when something is wrong or feels bad. Unfortunately, with the right fuck. Alright, it's a weird bully mentality that if you don't agree with me, I'm going to bully you till you do. It's not even that. It's people don't... Look, let's say I have a conversation with you on chat. Well, chat it's a little bit more difficult, but let's say I have a conversation with you and I have an opinion, you have yours. In the past, not everyone, but a lot of people would, if you made sense and you have a logical view, you could either change your opinion. Right? You can influence me in your opinion just by having conversation, by laying out the facts. Nowadays, facts are kind of, they're wishy-washy. They put in our minds that everything's a lie, fake news, right? Everything is a lie. So now it's gone to the point is you can't change anybody's mind anymore. It's either my opinion is the best and it's what's the best and this is what I like. Everybody quotes shit. Yeah, I can quote shit all day long. It doesn't mean it's right. Right? Anyways. It is really like I live in a place where the majority of people tend to have political beliefs that differ from mine, but I wouldn't tell anybody that they're wrong or dumb or incorrect. I might think that it might be their right to believe what they do. Yeah, but there's some things that people believe in that is flat out wrong nowadays. There's things where opinion matters, and that's where compromise comes in. But now it's like so far, the gap between common sense is so far. I mean, your president is a president that put racism, bigotry, any word that means discrimination as a main stage. No, personally, and I completely say this, and I might alienate people, but to me it's wrong. As a head of state, you have to be able to compromise, right? And you have to be able to know what the right thing to do at any one time. They just nobody's done that, and it's been years. And then the Republicans are just power hungry. They got power drunk. and that's all they're going for, right? So it's not like as if oh no, I don't like that fucking jingle.
Ugh, something smells like a marauder's armpit.
Oh, law. It reeks like death warmed over. I'm gonna hurl.
Oh, good for you. This is the scene from Shawshank Redemption. The thing is with Trump is that we used to be the money behind politicians is now, yeah, it's all quite crazy, honestly. And it's all projection too, right? He's not rich in any stretch of the imagination. Okay, let's see what we can find here.
Our brightest minds did their dirtiest work here. We made puppets out of people and tested them until they broke.
Chocolate bar, chocolate bar.
Some of them still live here, and they hate to be disturbed.
They clearly don't know how we work, Captain.
I reckon we've seen the worst of Halcyon already. How bad could this be?
What is that? Sure. Borstwurst. Borstwurst. Okay. Okay, apparently there's 2 points. Oh, there's a terminal. Nice. Here. Incoming messages. From M. Blakesley to all personnel, subject safety guidelines. In order to minimize damage to company property and or personnel, please observe the following guidelines during the volunteer induction process. Number 1, do not touch and or handle test subjects. Please defer to security personnel. Number 2, avoid using inflammatory phrases or terms such as untested chemicals, consider patented Spacer's Choice formula, test subject, consider valued volunteer, or cells, consider living quarters. Number 3, remind subjects that compliance is one of the requirements of their contract with Spacer's Choice. Number 4, do not interrupt Spacer's Choice communications and or marketing while directing volunteers. Architect's balls is what is that of all the guidelines? Look, these people are coming here from Tartarus. Don't let your guard down, don't get friendly, and don't get close. If everyone does their job right, these volunteers will leave this facility as free and upstanding citizens. Dr. Marion Blacksley, Testing Supervisor, Spacer's Choice, Pharmaceutical Human Inquiry Auditing. From M. Blacksley, all personnel, subject all upcoming changes. In light of certain recent developments, our friends at OCI have generously provided us with advice and guidelines intended to ensure the best possible outcomes for our research here at Human Inquiry and Auditing. To that end, we will be establishing new testing parameters and volunteer preparation guidelines effective immediately. These guidelines will be provided to you at your stations. I really would like to congratulate you all on what you've achieved so far. Keep your heads down and your minds focused on your work, and the rest will come easy. If you have any concerns, kindly forward them to my assistant, Benjamin Morley. Dr. Marion Blakesley, Testing Supervisor, Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals, Human Inquiry and Auditing. Yep. The only chance of change you guys had, either you like it or not, it was Bernie. If not, Biden's a Republican light. He's a moderate Democrat, if anything. He's not progressive at all. And the Republicans, no matter who you put there, it's garbage. So Benjamin Morley to C. Sonoda. Reply to question. Every volunteer means just that, Mrs. Sonoda. We're entering a vital phase of the testing process, and that means every volunteer participates in trials. It's all the more critical that we maintain careful records of our dosages involved, of course. We're counting on you for that. Benjamin Morley, Assistant Auditor, Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals, Human Inquiry, and Auditing. Alright. So this is outgoing from C. Sonoda to J. Weaver. Help! Weaver, have you seen my office keycard? If this one is one of your little tests, it's not funny. Security is already all full burn. They're gonna lose their bolts when they catch me taking the long way around to the faculty areas. Please tell me it's sitting on your desk or something. Kaylee Sonata, volunteer handler. So there's nothing else here? Well, okay. Well then. This is probably locked. So this is where I came in from. So I gotta go up here then. Wow. Lemon slap. Nope. No, thank you. Man, there's a lot of freaking ammo laying around. Like, jeez. I thought Bernie was too till he sold out sadly. He went to the White House and he was told to drop out because he was going to win. Regardless of what happens, he will still have those in need, and that's the bottom line. Yeah, you know what? It's not him that sold out. It's the fact that they pushed Biden after, I forget which one he lost, because he
Show your boss that you are prime, because you take a dream at a time.
Volunteer quarters? I've slept in cargo holds nicer than this.
Yeah, well. No, I'm talking about when it was him and
homey.
Hillary. Oh, yeah.
Whatever brought these folks here, they were just...
But even this time around, he got screwed.
Same as us.
He was in the lead in the polls. First of all, Biden came in like last fucking minute. The Democrats picked the worst candidate they could find. Well, the worst. One of the not great candidates they had. I would have taken Elizabeth Warren before Bernie, only because she seemed to flip-flop a little bit too much.
This office environment is where we will test your communication, paper management, and self-motivation skills.
Anyways, I probably alienated half of the people that's watching on the chat, so... Politics for the win, right? Politics and religion.
Remember, compliance begins with compliance with all instructions from the contracts.
I never understood. You can't have a civilized, even in Canada, you can't have a civilized conversation with somebody about politics or anything. Where the fuck is that? Oh. The person's there.
Huh? Gone up, here we go. Hands up now.
Come on. Nice. All right. There was a terminal on the other side. Is there one here too? No, there isn't one. This is just to... Okay, there's nothing here to take. Okay, let's go to the other side. There was a terminal right there. So let's go look at the terminal. Presumably this opens the door. It's crazy that I have these conversations to try to understand others' views. It helps solidify my own, actually, but it actually ends up getting more in person upset because they seem to want to convert me with their exact ideology politically when it's just yeah. You know what?
Wow, you could spy on just about everyone from here. Mr. Thompson would have been over the moon.
You can actually resolve a lot of the shit by just being transparent. And when I say transparent, you be fully transparent. The government being fully transparent. And the first candidate that's going to run on that platform, regardless if he has good policies or not, is going to win with a landslide. At least in Canada, or in Quebec for that matter. Maintenance access. Okay, so what's here then? No, I came up from here. So this is what you're looking at from everyone. There's literally nothing here. I don't give a shit about that.
Welcome, volunteers. This office invited.
Well, that's fun. So is there a door? Yeah, there's a door there. But I want to kill people. Actually, you know what? Before I kill them...
Why do I get the feeling we haven't seen the worst of this place?
Well, you're probably right. Although I'm going to probably have to leave soon at one point. I do have to work tomorrow. There's nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Well, that guy was decapitated. Oh, there's a terminal there.
I don't want to see no more. I can't take this.
I'm washing my memory out with a bottle of Spectrum Red once we're back on the ship.
Although there's a lot of dead bodies, this world does feel very empty, all things considered. Yes, I don't. Whoever has the best cell wins, and it's a lot of their society. I mean, it's how Trump won the first time. It was just on the front page of everything. Well, he got free publicity, right? And that's the thing. The problem, and that's where Bernie loses points with me. He's not aggressive enough. He's trying to be too nice. And I understand where he's coming from, because he's kind of the first real big progressive to run for presidency, at least as far as I remember. And he can't be as, bad. Wait a minute, didn't I come here already? This looks vaguely familiar. Yeah, I read this already. So what the fuck, I came all the way back out. What? No. No. I don't want to play anymore. Just do our jobs, okay? Victoria Sandoval. Alright. This week's bet. Alright, my 10 bits are on 52F. I know what you're thinking. He's so skinny. That's got to be bad odds. But I'm a gambling man, Victoria, and I've got my eye on this one. What do you think, William Zero? Okay, this is not anything really useful. Notice anything? No, I'm not talking about subjects, Vicky. I'm talking about the numbers. I've been keeping track of how many bodies we process every day and every week, and the number fluctuates, but never too much. 1 and 3 and 2 and 5 and 1 and 1 and 2 and then 10. Just look at the chart. I left one on your desk. You can see for yourself that there's a pattern. You see it, right? So I came in from there. So I never went to this door. Yeah, but yes and no. I mean, the guy still fights for the average person, though. He's one of the few. Yeah, he did lose some credibility, but at the same time, you also have to remember the left as well. They're bloodthirsty at all costs. Some of them are really, like, really insane. Like the ones that voted for Jill Stein last election. If the people didn't vote for Jill Stein, Hillary would have probably won. All she needed is a couple of votes in a couple of states, and she would have won. But, I mean, it is what it is. I came here already, didn't I? Or at least I thought so. HIA visitation protocols. The Human Auditing and Inquiry Facility is a dedicated research facility and houses a considerable quantity of hazardous materials, machinery, and personnel. As such, no external visitors are to be permitted at any time, absent express written permission from HIA testing supervisor Dr. Marion Blakesley. If you suspect a visitor does not have the appropriate credentials, please observe the following procedures. 1. Stay calm. Number 2. Notify nearby security personnel of your suspicions. Number 3. Wait for security personnel and or equipment to finish dispositing of the visitor. Number 4. Complete an incident report per official guidelines. Remember to use a Spacer's Choice approved formatting and language. At no point should you leave your workstation unattended. Leaving your workstation unattended will be considered a severe security flaw. Security breach and may result in the fine and or summary termination of your employment with Spacer's Choice. Your supervisor has posted the following addendums. Right, that's the official shit. If we get visitors, inform me at once. If they're on the other departments. If it's Dr. Ambrose, don't get in her way, but log her every move. If it's Clarence Mosley, keep him at the reception. I'll come down in person and see the log-given miracle for myself. If Jasper Lowe or anyone else from Chem turns out, let them stew at reception. I'll send Assistant Morley down eventually. Dr. Marion Blakesley, Testing Supervisor. Alright, HIA Visitation Protocols Update. HIA is on lockdown until further notice. Do not let into the facility until escaped volunteers are located. I'm going to check volunteer induction for any sign of our fugitives. If you receive any keycard access notifications in the next 20 minutes, ignore them. Dr. Marion Blakesley, Testing Supervisor, Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals, Human Inquiry, and Auditing. So this is sealed. So where do we open that end? There has to be another entrance. Or there has to be something else, though. Did I find something else? No. This might actually be my cue to actually stop for the night, because I'm starting to get tired. Oh. I might have found where it was, or where it's supposed to be.
There you are. Is this... It's off, right? I don't understand these contraptions.
Dr. Blakesley, ma'am, I've come to say that it's time. I'm gonna do it.
Do what?
I'm gonna try...
I don't know how much more of this I can take, Captain. I'm about to chew my own hands off with nerves.
Can we punch this asshole in the face, Captain? Eventually?
We'll be out of here by October.
Ma'am, it's January. You're recording, by the way.
Damn it!
Broken datapad. Our first test group should be here in just a few hours. I suppose I should be catching up on sleep, but it's far from important to mark the occasion. I really think we can achieve something here. Every citizen of Alcyon wants to be of use, deep down. If this compound can restore industry and work ethic even to outlaws and miscreants, we would need places like Tartarus anymore. We won't need places like Tartarus anymore. Dissidents will be a thing of the past. CAM has sent over its first shipment of this mystery drug, and the testing chambers are operational. Once we've proven out our methods, it will be that much easier to convince OCI to invest in better equipment. The remaining entries are inaccessible. The thing that's really cool about this is I'm actually playing... Like, I used to work in pharmaceuticals, so to me it's fun to... It's worth nothing. Alright, so what's here? Nothing really of importance. And ladies and gentlemen, I think I will leave it here. Just gonna load to see if but I'm gonna leave it here just because I got responsibilities and I gotta go to bed. But I'd like to thank you, Psych, for passing by again, being on the channel and chatting it up. And yes, you chatted up, and no, you did not distract me. It's all good. And Wasteland, thank you so much for passing by. Really, really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And you know what? I don't mind talking politics. Either it's Canadian, American, or anything around the world. I think it's a conversation that needs to be had. And I'm open-minded. I usually, as a programmer, as a developer in the past, or my computer science background, I'm a logical person, and I think things out through logically, usually. So I like to think, but if there's a counterpoint that I never thought about, or that makes my point obsolete, or makes my viewpoint obsolete, hey, I'm all for it. So I really appreciate you guys and coming to the stream and talking about it, and hope that you guys have a wonderful week. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming again, but I hope to stream a little bit more this week. Hope that you guys have a wonderful week, a wonderful evening, and I shall see you next time. Have a good one, guys. Ciao.